Alright, I'm going to try to talk a little louder here. So we're going to go back. I missed number 1. And for number 1, we have, remember we're going to put 1 here, 2 here, and we have negative 9 minus 6 over negative 1 minus negative 9. Now what we should do here is change the sign, because there's a negative in this problem and there's a negative in here. And we have a negative 9 plus a negative 6 is a negative 15 over a negative 1 plus a positive 9. Signs are different. That's going to give me a positive 8. So our correct answer for number 1 is B. Number 9, find the slope of the line. Remember, slope is equal to rise over run. So pick 2 points. They give us 2 points. There's other ways to solve this, but I would look, you can pick this point right here, pick this point right here. What's my rise? 0. What's my run? 3. Whoops. So 0 divided by 3 is 0, which would be A. Or you could do your x1 minus x2 and all that good stuff. But that seems like a lot of work to me. Number 3, same thing. Oops. They give you 2 points. Rise over run. What's my rise? 1. What's my run? 0. Remember, you can't have 0 on the bottom. Not allowed. So that's undefined. Another slope. You can do x1 minus, or y, you can do y, oops, y2 minus y1, actually that should be the 1 should be back here, over x2 minus x1, but that just seems like so much work when you can just count up, and you can go, my rise is 1, then I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have a rise of 1, a run of 7. So that would be A. That seems a lot easier. Number 12, graph the relation on the table, then do the vertical line test. So let's see. We have negative 3, negative 4, so that's 3 to the left, down 4. I don't see a point here, so that doesn't work. I'm going to go to B, 3 to the left, down 4, that works. I got a point there, 0, 5, that works. Next I got 1, negative 5, so right 1, down 5, that works. Oops. Then I have 3, 1, so 3 to the right, up 1. That works. Then I'm doing my vertical line. So if I take a vertical line and I drag it across, am I ever going to touch more than 1 point? Nope. So, looks like B is my answer. Number 13, going to do the same thing. So I'm looking for -1, 3. So that means I go right 1 or left 1, up 3. That worked. Now I'm doing right 1, down 1. Right 1, down 1. That worked. Now I'm doing right 2, up 2. Right 2, up 2. That worked. And now I'm doing right 1, up 3. Right 1, up 3. That worked. Now I need to do my vertical line. So if I drag a vertical line across, am I going to touch 2 points? I say yes, because right here, if I do my vertical line, I'm hitting those 2 points. Well, this says that is a function. That's not true, so I need to find one that looks exactly like this. That's not a function. Okay, right here, B. It looks exactly, I got the same points here, 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 and here. So that is not a function. Identify the slope and y-intercept of the graph, then graph the equation. Remember, we're using y equals mx plus b. Okay, so m is the number in front. So our m is -5/4. Our b is the number all by itself, so b is equal to 1. So I'm looking for -5/4. 1, A works. B works, but C and D don't work. So now I need to figure out which one has the right. The next thing I would look at is the y-intercept, so I'm looking right here. Okay, so then we have a slope of -5/4. So that means I need to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4. That one looks like that works, but I'm going to double check here. If I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the opposite. That would be 4 over 5, so that does not work. So the correct answer here is A. Next slide. Again, we're using y equals mx plus b. And m is the number in front of x, so that's going to be the 4 over 5. And so m is 4 over 5. And then the number all by itself, that's our b. And that's going to be a +1. So the first thing I look for is I look for my y-intercept. Well, this has a y-intercept of 1, that's good, so that one works, so that's a possibility. This one has a y-intercept of -1, so I know that one does not work. This has a y-intercept of +1, so that one is a possibility. And again, we've got a -1 here. So B and D do not work.
the two ones that are -1 are each at the bottom. So we have the two possibilities at the top.
By the way, that's Cruz. He's decided to join in and check things out. Now remember, slope is equal to rise over run. So I want to rise up 1, 2, 3. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I'm not perfect on this yet. So that looks like it works.
I think it's A.
So I think you're right. So let's double check here. We're going to zoom in on this one here. So now we're going to zoom in. Zoom.
That's blurry.
Yeah, I know it's a little blurry. But we're going to go up. Oh, I need to go back to my pen. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3. That doesn't work.
Yeah, so it's A. I was right.
You were right. You're the man, Cruz. So C doesn't work, so our correct answer here is A.
A, which is the last one.
And here they tell us what our slope and our y-intercept are.
And y equals minus x.
Y equals minus x. So that means our slope, our m, is equal to, if you don't see a number in front of x, Cruz, do you know what number is there?
No.
A 1. So if you see, that's our slope. Now, we don't have a b here, so what could we put so that we don't change the value? Do you know? What can you add to something and it doesn't change it? What
0.
Very nice, Cruz. You're a genius. You must take after me. No, maybe not.
So it's going to be plus 0.
So, no, yeah, so what that tells us is our y-intercept is 0. So again, that's the first thing I look for. So they all have a y-intercept of 0, so that doesn't help me.
Yeah, that doesn't help you at all.
And I noticed I made a mistake here. Notice I said the slope was 1, but see how there's a negative in front of that x? This should be a -1. So I want to look for a slope of -1. So, and remember slope, you remember what I said slope is equal to? Rise over...
Run.
Very good. Rise over run. So we have, and if you want to make a whole number, like -1 into a fraction, you can just put it over 1. Anything over 1 is itself. And you'll learn that later on.
Yeah.
So if I look at, we're going to zoom in here. Whoa.
I got that.
Okay. So if we look at this one, this is going up. Whoops, I got to go back to my pen. Up 1 over 1. That's a positive move. So it's not A.
I'll just cross it out.
Okay, so A doesn't work. We're going to look at B here.
Y-intercept is 0. Slope -1.
So that means we go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. I think it's this one.
Yeah, because it matches all that.
So we're going to move, let's double check. We'll look at C here. C, this says a slope of 0.
Yeah, and an intercept of 0.
So slope of 0, that would mean I don't go up or down, and I can go to, that would look like this. So a straight line.
Just
So
one straight line?
that doesn't work. So it's not C.
Bye-bye, C.
And we're going to go to D. And this has a Y.
What? Slope of 1, intercept is 0.
Over 1. So that one seems to work. So C, or we're going to have to take, I need to look back at these. So let's see what we got.
Slope of -1, intercept is 0. That one's just slope of 1.
Okay.
This one's -1.
So I'm a little confused here
1.
on B and D. I'm going to have to
No,
double
wait,
check.
Daddy.
What? Go ahead. I'm listening.
That one's -1. That one's just 1.
But notice how the lines, Cruz, on this line, it's going down this way. And then if we look at this one, it's going up.
Oh.
Okay, so if you have a negative slope, you're going to be going down like this one does.
And just a regular number,
it's going to be going up. Exactly. Very nice. So I'm going to say I'm a little confused on that one.
Yeah,
they got me on that one. So, all right. We will get you the next round of answers here in a little bit. Maybe Cruz will help out. Maybe Gabby will join us. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But thank you very much.
Speed.
After consulting with Cruz, if we look at the original problem up top, you'll notice it's a negative x, so it should be B. Our answer is B.
Yes.
Cruz is right. All right. All right, so we'll get the other video out here in a little bit.